Italian theologian asserts Biden leaves as the end of the American
Yeah, I want to, because there's a line in here that I want to talk about that's pretty good.
All right, Rome. An Italian theologian has asserted that the U.S. President Joe Biden's withdrawal from the 2024 race effectively marks the end of conciliar Catholicism in America in favor of a populist and substantially racist version of the faith, largely opposed to the agenda of Pope Francis. The analysis by Marcelo Neri, a veteran theologian who's also a visiting professor at the Vatican-sponsored Pontifical Theological Institute, John Paul II. That's the one that Francis he pulled everybody good out and he put his own people in there. John Paul II for Marriage and Family Sciences was published Sunday. Biden's renunciation of the Democratic candidacy for the next presidential election symbolically closes the season of American Catholicism, inspired and moved by Vatican II, Neri wrote.
And everyone said, amen.
Adding that although Biden is Catholic, he never received a real endorsement from the American bishops. That's his critique.
Hope.
Okay. Instead, Neri claimed what he called the silence of the American bishops after January 6th. Oh my gosh, this guy.
These guys, bro. Oh my
goodness. Man. The American bishops after January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol signaled the end of the long democratic season triggered by Vatican II in favor of becoming a bastion of Catholic truth in selective and functional terms.
Who knows that the Roman theologians today have enlightened us by saying that when January 6th happened, Vatican II was overthrown.
He's saying becoming a bastion of Catholic truth is a bad thing.
I know exactly, because the guy does not hold the faith. He's clearly a modernist.
Yeah, none of these guys do. So Biden represented the last gasp of non-individualistic and non-partisan social Catholicism.
Bullshit.
Imbued with gentle tones and ways as it unfolded. I think he's
Vatican II is all about individualism.
No, I think he's right. Okay. Wait. Biden represented the last gasp of non-individualistic and non-partisan social Catholicism, imbued with the gentle tones and ways as it unfolded within the country's events, capable of holding and supporting the complexity of the American social fabric without becoming rigid. And all right, now he's not right.
Can you picture this is from like the same offices that at one time were like condemning democracy? the same chair that this guy owns like 100 years ago. You had Thomistic Dominicans who were just like, yeah, France, what an absolute joke.
No, but what he's right about is I
know, I see what you're meaning.
The Catholicism of before is kind of gone now, which I think this is a good thing. Like there is no more gentle tones, and you can be Republican or Democrat, and it's just, we're all just gonna go along to get along. No, man, I really think the church is fracturing.
It's left this, but it's entered into a kind of a new war, I would say, because on the one hand, you're right, the whole kind of gentle go along to get along, that's done. You'll still always have people in that camp, but it's done politically. But what you do see emerging, I think, particularly online, is, again, this war between the trads and the anti-trads, where it's everyone, like, it's these people who want to defend this system, but they'll just call you a heretic for denying it. That's pretty much maybe
which is crazy because they don't believe in heresy and when it ever actually matters. So the Republican choice of JD Vance, a social conservative who converted to the Catholic Church in 2019, represents a transition to a new type of American Catholicism, which assumes the burden and responsibility of presenting itself as the driving force of Catholic suspicion towards the Vatican, in particular Pope Francis, Neri said. Born in 1942, Biden was 23 years old when the Second Vatican Council closed. He was 23 when it closed.
It is amazing how old that man actually is.
Man, at 39, Vance wouldn't be born for another 2 decades. So for him, Vatican II is a chapter in church history. Yeah, for us too, man. Like
it literally is a chapter in church history.
These old guys, they just want to cling to. That's why, look, even Francis and all of them, they're clinging to this council because this was the council of their youth, and they they really just want to see the they want to see the revolution, man. They're dying. Go, no, we got to get some new blood in that did not experience the council so that we can move on and get rid of this brand of identitarian Catholicism.
You skipped
I did. Oh, this non-conciliar Catholicism is intimately imperialist. supporting pockets of resistance to Francis's pontificate with millions of dollars to make them its vassals in a project that transforms the Catholic universalism of the church into a global mega sect whose headquarters is found in the United States. I think he's kind of right.
Was he trying to say MAGA sect, do you think?
I think, look, I don't think we realize how much of an effect what we do is having. Not our show particularly, but the American Catholic commentariat. Yeah. From Taylor Marshall to Kennedy Hall to us to all of the guys doing this, the Catholic Unscripted crew, all the English-speaking world is really making things difficult for these revolutionaries.
And it makes sense because it's like, think about it, like the America leads the world in music and dress and culture, except everyone wants to be like American. So in the Catholic sphere, we're the only ones who are really saying anything. Like you don't really see very many, like, you know, Portuguese Catholic YouTubers coming out and calling Pope Francis.
Well, I heard there's some Spanish ones though.
Hey, let's go.
Like Spanish, like we really do. Look, we need. It's the same way they got Spanish people in America to start going conservative. They started a Spanish conservative talk show. Like we really do need guys that speak Spanish to be doing shows in Spanish talking about traditional Catholicism. You need the Jesse Romeros and guys like that.
The Luis Medinas and
Luis Medina to be speaking about traditional Catholicism in Spanish.
Yeah, I agree.
The